Hey, today I'm going to be teaching you how to find a therapist with or without insurance. My name is Jessica Monge. I'm a therapist matchmaker and mental health coach. I actually started my mental health journey in 2019, about 5 years ago, and I struggled a lot finding a therapist. I went through 4 therapists in 6 months. My first therapist victim blamed me. My second therapist would just talk and not help me with the problems that I was having. No solutions, no tools, no help. My third therapist did not understand me culturally, although she was the first therapist to let me know that I had PTSD symptoms. My fourth therapist was the right match for me. She understood me culturally, and she was very solution-oriented. So this is why I love helping people find a therapist and teaching them how to do it, because I know it takes a long time to actually know where to start. It's very confusing. There's no straightforward path. So a few things to consider. Are you using insurance or not? If you are using insurance, that's great. Straight to the point. If you're not using insurance, budget how much you are willing to spend a month to see a therapist, and either divvy it up by 2 or 4. Do you want to see them every week? Divide it by 4. Do you want to see them bi-weekly? Divide it by 2. Then move on from there. The next thing to consider is that if you're going to be sharing with someone your deepest, darkest secrets, who are you going to be comfortable telling that to? Is it someone that's around your age, or someone who's older, or someone in between? Is it someone of your race, or ethnicity, or background, which is something I highly, highly recommend? Consider their sexual orientation or their religion. Does that matter to you? Do you feel more comfortable talking to a man or a woman, or someone who's non-binary, and so on and so forth? So let me teach you step by step how to find a therapist with or without insurance. So this is my go-to website for myself or for my clients. Psychologytoday.com is the best tool to use. Pro tip here is that you don't have to look for therapists in your zip code or in your city. As long as they're licensed within your state, you're good to go. So if you're living in Buffalo, New York, and you want someone from Astoria, New York, you could do that. Let's go for Astoria. What I usually do for my clients is I take whatever their preferences are and search for, I think I could find those type of therapists. So if my client is living out east on Long Island, where it's more populated with white people or people not of color, I'm going to go look in Astoria, Jackson Heights. I'm going to look in Brooklyn, Hempstead, places there, because those are places that are more people of color heavy. So once you've chosen your location, you're going to go into your insurance and pick one. Sometimes your insurance might not pop up. It might be just because of the area. Go to the next neighborhood. Your insurance might pop up there. So you pick your insurance and then it's going to filter out. Or if you're going to do it by price, you could do it here. Okay? Or a sliding scale. That's how you're going to narrow it down. There's prices for individual therapy or couples therapy. So let's say we're doing insurance and we have Emblem Health. The second most important thing to do when you're searching for your therapist, after your insurance and after location, you're going to go into what you want to solve, what you're coming to therapy for. I suggest choosing 1 to 2 things and not anything more than that. Choose 1 to 2 priorities that you have that you want solved and go from there. So choose 1 or 2. Nothing more than that, because then the pool narrows down so much that it will be near impossible to find a therapist that might be a good match for you. So we're going to do anxiety for the sake of this example. And already there's so many that specialize in anxiety. So the next thing I would do is choose what's the next important thing for you, gender or race. For me, it's usually race, ethnicity, because a lot of therapists are women, so it makes it a little bit easier. And then here you go. You get therapists that are Latinos and that specialize in anxiety. So to review so far, I'm going to go look at different cities or area codes that might be a perfect fit for you. It could be anywhere in your state. Then you're going to narrow down by insurance or how much you're able to pay a month. Then what issues that you want specialties on and that you want problem solved for. And then next, you're going to decide what's more important: gender, race, sexuality, and go from there. You're going to click in the profile and read their bio, see what stands out for you, or hits at least most of your pain points, right? What do you want solved? Another thing to note, do you want online or in person? I will tell you now, 90% of therapists are only doing online. Just something to think about. And once you've decided you like this therapist, you could go down, read everything they have, qualifications, etc., etc. You could either call, which is brave of you, or you could email them your name, your email, your phone number, the subject line. Usually I put the topics that I want solved or talk about during therapy, identifying my triggers and reducing my anxiety or something like that, or battling with depression or symptoms of PTSD and ADHD, looking for ADHD diagnosis, something like that. In your message, you're going to tell them what you're looking to solve, the type of style you're looking from a therapist. So either a therapist that's kind and will gently help you with tools, or someone who is more to the point and tells you how it is. What is your style? What do you want from a therapist? Tell them your availability, and then tell them your insurance exactly. That way, you're not wasting your time, their time, because they're going to call you or email you back, and then you're going to do it back and forth, figure out if you're fit, and then you're going to find out that your insurance isn't covered or you're not within budget or something like that. So it's better to just put it all here. I recommend you emailing 5 to 10 therapists a week and then wait for them to respond. Less than 50 might respond to you within a week, and then some might take longer. Some have an expired listing. Some of them haven't put that they have a wait list. Sometimes they just haven't updated their Psychology Today. It is what it is. Email 5 to 10 of them and then wait for the response. By the next week, if they haven't responded to you or you haven't talked to someone that you like, do the whole search again, email 5 to 10 therapists again, whatever your capacity is, and continue doing that every week. That way you're not overwhelming yourself and you're not getting bombarded by people. You're not like, who is this again? Who did I email? Did I like them that much? I don't know. If you've looked for therapists in the past, or you're starting to and you feel overwhelmed by the process, or you're just too busy or too burnt out and you just don't want to look at bios anymore, because trust me, reading tens of hundreds of bios a week is just a lot for some people, and that's fair. I do offer my therapy matchmaking service where I do all the research and emailing on your behalf, and then all you have to do is wait for the therapist to contact you, and you let me know if you like them, if you want things tweaked, if you're like, I actually don't want this, I want that. I help you narrow down on your mental health goals. What do you really want to work on? How do you know when to end therapy, etc. I'll link that down below. I also have payment plan options. But if you have any questions that I didn't address here in this video, feel free to ask in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please give me a like and subscribe. Thanks.